You were told you could change the world, so you tried. You posted, you protested, you signed petitions, you voted, you spoke up, and the world kept burning anyway. Now you're tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. You're aware of everything, and powerless to change anything. You're watching the planet die in real time while being told to recycle, and maybe someday you'll afford rent. They call you dramatic, lazy, entitled, sensitive, too much. But here's what they don't see. You're the first generation to grow up knowing the future is a lie. You were promised stability if you worked hard, but you watched millennials do everything right and still drown. You were told college was the answer, then graduated into a world where experience requires experience and entry level. Jobs want 5 years of skills you can't afford to learn. You didn't give up on the world. The world gave up on you before you even started, and you're still here, still trying, still showing up, still hoping, even though hope feels like the most dangerous thing you could hold on to. This is the psychology of Gen Z, and it's heavier than anyone wants to admit. Let's begin. You curated your first identity at 12. Before you knew who you were, you had to decide who you'd be online. What aesthetic, what personality, what version of yourself would get the most likes, and you've been performing ever since. You don't just live your life, you document it, caption it, filter it, post it. Wait for validation in the form of numbers that somehow became tied to your worth. You know, it's all fake. You know, everyone's pretending. You know, the highlight reel isn't real life. But knowing doesn't make it hurt less when your post flops. When nobody likes your photo. When you watch everyone else seem happy while you're falling apart behind a screen. You grew up building an identity in public, and now you don't know who. You are when no one's watching, because privacy isn't something you were given. Every awkward phase, every mistake, every embarrassing moment, it's all documented somewhere forever. You can't outrun your past because your past is tagged, screenshotted, saved in someone's camera roll. And the cruelest part, you did it to yourself because you had to. Because if you weren't online, you didn't exist. And not existing felt worse than performing. You don't remember a time when the world felt safe. You were in elementary school during the recession, watching your parents panic about money. You practiced lockdown drills, wondering if today would be the day someone brought a gun to school. You were teenagers during a pandemic that stole years you'll never get back. You grew up on a burning planet being told it's your responsibility to fix it. While corporations destroy the environment and politicians do nothing, you're shamed for using a plastic straw. And the worst part, you saw it all happen in real time, on your phone, in your hand. Every shooting, every crisis, every disaster, delivered directly to you with nowhere to hide. You're not dramatic for being anxious, you're realistic. Because the world actually is falling apart, and you're the first generation that can't pretend it's not. Your parents could ignore the news. You can't. It's in your feed. Your DMS, your FYP. Everywhere you look, there's another reason to be terrified, and you're expected to just go to school, get a job, plan a future. As if the future is something you're allowed to believe in. But you don't, not really. You just keep moving because stopping feels worse. You joke about everything, your trauma, your depression, your anxiety, the fact that you'll probably never own a home or retire, the planet dying, your own death. Nothing is too dark, nothing is too serious, because if you don't laugh, you'll cry, and crying feels like admitting defeat. This is your generation's defense mechanism, irony, memes, dark humor that makes people uncomfortable because they don't understand that it's not a joke. It's a coping mechanism. You can't be vulnerable. Sincerity is cringe. Caring too much about anything makes you a target. So you pretend you don't care. You say, "I want to die" as a punchline. You make jokes about things that are actually destroying you because it's safer than admitting how much it hurts. And everyone thinks you're fine, that you're just being dramatic, that you're too young to be this cynical. But you're not cynical, you're realistic. And you learned early that the world punishes people who care too much. So you stopped showing it. You buried it under layers of irony so thick that sometimes even you forget what you actually feel. But it's still there. Under the jokes, under the memes, under the "well, I'm so dead inside." You're not okay. You're just really good at pretending. You know everything, every injustice, every crisis, every problem with every system. You're the most informed generation in history, and it's destroying you. Because awareness without power is just torture. You see the corruption, the inequality, the racism, the sexism, the homophobia, the greed, the lies. You see all of it clearly, constantly, and you can't fix any of it. You can post, you can protest, you can educate, you can call out, you can try, but the people in power don't care. The systems don't change. The world keeps turning and nothing you do seems to matter. So you're stuck in this impossible position, knowing too much to be okay, but too powerless to make it better, and it's exhausting. You're tired of being told you're the future when the people in charge are actively destroying it. You're tired of being called lazy when you're working twice as hard for half the stability your parents had. You're tired of caring about everything and watching nothing change. But you can't stop caring, because if you stop, who will? If your generation gives up, what's left? So you keep going, keep trying, keep showing up, even though it feels hopeless, because hopeless is all you've ever known. You're surrounded by people and you've never felt more alone. You have hundreds of followers, thousands of online friends, group chats that never stop. But when you're actually struggling, you don't know who to call, because your friendships exist in pixels, in texts that get left unread, in conversations that feel surface level because nobody knows how to be vulnerable anymore. You grew up on FaceTime instead, a face-to-face, on Snapchat streaks instead of real consistency, on parasocial relationships with influencers who feel more real than the people in your life. And now you're an adult who doesn't know how to make friends, how to maintain relationships, how to be close to someone without a screen between you. You're touch-starved, attention-starved, connection-starved, but asking for those things feels pathetic, needy, like admitting you're not okay. So you scroll instead. You watch other people live their lives. You feel close to strangers who don't know you exist. And you call it connection, even though it's the loneliest you've ever been, because real intimacy is terrifying. Real vulnerability means real rejection. And you've been rejected enough online to know that putting yourself out there never ends well. So you stay surface level, safe, alone, and you pretend that's what you want. You were sold a dream that's impossible to reach. Work hard, go to college, get a good job, buy a house, retire, live happily ever after. But that's not your reality. You went to college and drowned in debt. You got the degree and it wasn't enough. You work full-time and can barely afford rent. You'll never own a home. You'll never retire. The American dream is a punchline, and you're the joke. And on top of that, the planet is dying. You're inheriting a world on fire, and you're expected to just keep going. Keep grinding. Keep pretending there's a future worth working toward. That you don't believe in the future. Not really. You don't plan past 30 because you're not sure there will be a 30. You don't save for retirement because retirement feels like a fantasy. You don't have kids because bringing them into this world feels cruel. This is climate grief, economic grief, the grief of a future that was stolen before you even got a chance at it, and nobody takes it seriously. They call you dramatic. pessimistic, entitled, but you're not entitled. You're exhausted. Exhausted from being told to work harder in a system designed to exploit you. Exhausted from being blamed for problems you didn't create. Exhausted from trying to build a life on a foundation that never existed. And yet, despite everything, you're still here. Still getting up, still going to work, still trying to build something even when it feels pointless. You joke that you're dead inside, but you're not. You're just protecting the part of you that still cares, the part that still hopes, the part that still believes things could be different, even though everything tells you they won't. That's not weakness, that's resilience. You're the generation that was given nothing and expected to be everything. You're watching the world collapse in real time and still showing up, still fighting, still trying to make things better even when it feels impossible. You're not lazy. You're surviving. You're not entitled. You're asking for what every generation before you has given freely: stability, opportunity, a future. You're not too sensitive. You're feeling the weight of everything all at once and still refusing to break. And maybe that's the most Gen Z thing of all. Not the memes or the irony or the TikToks, but this, the quiet refusal to give up, even when giving up would be easier. You're tired, you're scared, you're angry, but you're still here, and that's enough. It has to be. If this video felt like it was written for you, if you recognized yourself in every word, you're not alone. Thank you for still being here, for still trying,